Most people look at a tiny, low-to-the-ground convertible and a million-dollar rocket and use the exact same label to describe both, sports car. To the engineers who actually build them, grouping a 180-horsepower Miata with a 1,500-horsepower Bugatti makes zero sense. They are built on entirely different mechanical blueprints, serving completely different masters. Looking past the marketing reveals that this generic label hides 10 distinct categories of performance, each defined by a specific set of mechanical trade-offs. Without this framework, comparing a track weapon to a highway cruiser is meaningless. To understand what a performance car actually is, we have to scale the ladder from the very bottom. We start at base camp with the pure sports car and its convertible sibling, the Roadster. These are two-seat, rear-wheel drive machines, typically capping out well under 400 horsepower. The engineering philosophy here ignores top speed entirely, stripping away weight for maximum agility in the corners. This purist approach emerged right after World War II. European builders crafted minimalist machines, like the MGTC, designed specifically to carve through narrow, twisting rural roads rather than bomb down interstates. That exact philosophy is why the best-selling two-seat sports car in history has never needed a massive engine. The Mazda Miata relies on just 181 horsepower, proving that an ultra-light chassis offers a driving experience brute force can't replicate. Add a fixed sloping roofline to this formula, and you step up to the Coupe. This provides a stiffer chassis and a bit of practical trunk space, making the vehicle comfortable enough for a daily commute while keeping those sharp driving dynamics intact. At this foundational tier, horsepower is intentionally restricted. The goal is an unfiltered, mechanical connection between your hands, the steering wheel, and the asphalt. But when buyers demand more power, engineers have to reinforce the chassis and add significant weight. This forces the taxonomy to split into two completely different directions. In Europe, the answer was the Grand Tour, or GT. These are heavy, front-engine machines packing up to 700 horsepower. They use softer suspensions and premium sound-deadened interiors to cross entire continents at 200 miles per hour in luxury. Vehicles like the Aston Martin DB5 established this standard in the 1950s and 60s, successfully blending high-speed touring capability with an imposing, undeniable elegance. Across the Atlantic, American engineers solved the weight problem differently. The muscle car abandons European luxury and intricate cornering suspensions altogether. Instead, it drops a massive, heavy V8 engine into a mid-size frame to achieve absolute dominance in a straight quarter-mile drag race. This brute force segment was born in 1964. Pontiac engineer John DeLorean took a 6.4-liter V8 intended for heavy full-size sedans and bolted it directly into the smaller Tempest chassis, creating the legendary GTO. That American V8 formula was then refined into the smaller, slightly more nimble pony car. Named for the original 1964 Ford Mustang, these cars feature a distinct long hood and short rear deck, offering a more affordable entry point to V8 performance. Pushing past 400 horsepower requires a strict choice. You either add leather and soundproofing to cruise in luxury, or you add aggressive tires for straight-line acceleration, but you leave purist agility behind. To hit the 550 to 750 horsepower range and keep the car capable of turning a steering wheel, you have to abandon steel. This is the supercar tier, where engineers use exotic carbon fiber and aluminum to achieve 0 to 60 times well under 3 seconds. The engineering layout for this entire class was locked in place by the 1966 Lamborghini Miura. By mounting a V12 engine directly behind the driver's seats, it balanced the massive weight in the center of the chassis. Push that mid-engine blueprint to its absolute limit, and you enter the hypercar category. These are hand-built, million-dollar machines restricted to production runs of a few hundred units, engineered specifically to reach for the 300-mile-per-hour barrier. The industry literally had to invent this category in 2005 for the Bugatti Veyron. Its quad-turbocharged W16 engine produced over 1,000 horsepower, shattering the ceiling of what road-legal cars could physically withstand. But chasing top speed requires slippery aerodynamics that actively hurt cornering grip. So manufacturers strip the interiors, bolt on massive rear wings, and install bone-rattling suspensions to create the track car. These road-legal machines sacrifice top speed to focus entirely on shaving fractions of a second off a lap time. This trade-off is validated on the graffiti-covered asphalt of the Nürburgring Nordschleife, where a 500-horsepower Porsche GT3 track car can regularly post faster lap times than a $1 million hypercar with double the power. At the very peak of internal combustion, physics dictates that a car can't do everything. Engineers must forge a specialized weapon designed either to pierce the air in a straight line or to stick to the asphalt in a tight corner. What happens when you remove the combustion engine entirely? The electric sports car category changes vehicle physics by removing the combustion engine and its associated weight and complexity. The proof of concept arrived in 2008 when Tesla packed battery cells into a lightweight Lotus chassis, demonstrating that silent, electric power could legitimately rival traditional sports cars off the line. This chart highlights the mechanical advantage. A standard engine has to build up RPMs to reach its peak output, creating a sloping power curve. An electric motor delivers 100% of its torque the millisecond you touch the pedal, causing a vertical jump in power. Look at the real-world results. Cars like the electric Rimac Nevera are hitting 60 miles per hour in just 1.85 seconds. They are quietly dominating the acceleration records held by the most complex, expensive combustion hypercars on the planet. By moving to battery power, the industry severed a century-old rule. The fastest launch off a stoplight is no longer reserved for the car with the most cylinders or the highest price tag. Across all 10 of these distinct categories, the laws of physics consistently enforce a simple truth. There is no such thing as a perfect do-it-all performance car. Every advantage requires a sacrifice. A $3 million hypercar delivers the highest top speeds ever recorded, but its massive footprint means it physically cannot match the agility of a lightweight roadster in a tight hairpin turn. Automotive performance is a vast spectrum of compromises. The only question left is deciding which specific set of compromises builds your absolute dream car. Let me know your pick in the comments below.